Hey, shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Kakadash. It's your brother Elder Ayathun back at you with another video. The name of this video is called This Will Be One Cold Ass Winter. And again, this is just a pretty much a whatchamacallit, just an open forum pretty much. Just got home, turned the computer on, Spirit said do a video, so boom, here I am. And the reason I called it it's gonna be one cold ass winter, is because you can already saw how you can see how the season is starting off now. You can see what type of winter is gonna be with this whole the latest news coming out with Israel, the land of the small hats. They just got themselves into just declared a war. So is one thing after next. Like there is no time of peace, because we are getting close to the end. And people out here are going crazy. They're looking for a break. They're looking for things to get better, but things are not going to get better. Things are not going to get better. I'm looking for particular scripture. Yeah, 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child. Excuse me. And you'll see a lot of scriptures where the Most High refers to tribulation as a woman in travail. Excuse me. So this 1 Thessalonians 5:3 is talking about America. When they shall say peace and safety, really the world leaders. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So the way the Most High brings on hell, he brings it on slowly at first, but then the contract, like woman with a child, the pains. And when I say the pains, it's talking about wars, it's talking about famines, it's talking about thirst, it's talking about economic troubles, job losses, all of that. Those are scourges from the Most High. I got another scripture to bring up. Give me a second. I believe this one's in the Apocrypha, so I got to look this up. Hold on. I believe it's an Apocrypha. Okay, let's look at this one. 2 Esdras 6. See if I get the whole scripture. Okay, verse 19. 16:19. Now the topic here, the subject is Babylon. Babylon in Asia, woe unto thee, Egypt and Syria, which by the way are all enemies of Israel. And the nation of Israel, according to the scriptures, biblically, according to the scriptures, are you so-called Negroes, those of you Latino descent, those of you Indian descent, those of you from the indigenous tribes, the tribes of the so-called West Africa, so-called African Americans, you are the Israelites. Now here the Most High is giving warning. Woe means destruction unto Babylon, which represents America. Now if you read down to like verse 19, it says 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Now those people in the land of the small hats right now, they're soaring and they're having great sorrow and mournings because they're being bombed. Their children, adults, children, women, men, they're getting hit up right now. There's a lady what's her name? She was a tattoo artist. I don't remember her name. If you Google it, you'll find it. You'll if you Google like if you Google tattoo artists in the land of the small hats, they found her. They found her dead, and they were parading her body throughout the streets as a show of mockery. So Israel's getting hit up right now, but the Lord said this is just the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Okay, because none of that stuff has came over here yet to Babylon, America. But it's starting to. It's increasing. See them with them allowing all those migrants here in America. Those migrants need somewhere to stay. They need somewhere to eat. The housing is already terrible here, and the jobs. There's no jobs. There's nowhere to live. Well, not for them. There's places to live for those that are wealthy and have dough because I see a lot of construction still going on. And I know it's not for the migrants. They can't afford these areas. And I'm talking about I see a lot of construction in areas where Jake used to live that have been gentrified. Now they have teared those areas down, build new developments. You know, they got restaurants and little theaters and trails, you know, that you could walk, and you know, ferries and restaurants and breweries and things like that. And that's not for Jake. That's for the population that has wealth, because the plan eventually is to push you Jakes out, and then ultimately just do away with you. But what they're gonna do is the scriptures talk about it, is that there's gonna be race riots. There's gonna be neighbors breaking into each other's homes. There's gonna be famines, thirsts. Basically, it's gonna be total chaos out here in the streets of America. So with all these migrants coming in into this already dire environment that America is in, they're bringing all these migrants in here, which is just gonna make things worse. It's like sending locusts on a field that's already damn near has no fruit or vegetation on it already, and then they go send locusts to take the little bit that's left. That's what's happening here in America, and people are legit gonna start fighting in the streets, taking up arms to protect themselves. There's a lot of homes now being burglarized, and houses getting robbed from all the migrants coming in from Argentina, from Cuba, Brazil. Okay? So verse 18 says, these are the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. It says great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils come? And this is Ezra's. He saw the future. And he saw America, modern day America, because these things that he saw did not happen these aren't things that happened in ancient Babylon. These are things that are to happen in modern day Babylon. The beginnings of wars, the fears, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. So he said, what shall I do when these evils come? Verse 19, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. Now, scourge is like when you take a belt and you whoop a child's ass to punish him. That's what a scourge is. You know, that's what Yahushua made it. When he scourged those men that were turning the temple into a place of merchandise, and Yahushua got angry and he scourged them. He whipped the hell out of them. So the Most High is showing his anger with what's going on now in Israel. These different earthquakes. There was an earthquake recently in the Middle East that I believe in the Middle East. This was the day before yesterday. It killed a bunch of people. There's been hurricanes. It's hurricane season right now. There's been hurricanes. All types of things going on. We just had the C-19 with the pestilence, and according to Bill Gates and the other one, Fauci, there's going to be another worst flu coming out. And matter of fact, I was in the hospital recently, and this was in New York, and there were a bunch of people. It took a long ass time for them to see us because it was filled with people that were sick with the new variant of whatever is out right now. So that thing is spreading. So look for that to come this winter in the news. All right. So like I said, this winter is gonna be a crazy ass winter, especially with this thing happening in Israel. Look for gas prices to go skyrocket. Also, they want to push the EVs, right, electric vehicles. So they've been talking a lot of articles coming out lately regarding smog and the ozone layer because they want to push the EVs. And then they're going to raise the gas prices to, again, push the EVs. And I believe the governor of California said by the year, was it 2030 or 2034 or something like that, they're going to do away with all gas guzzling vehicles. Because with the EVs, they have total control. They have total control of where you can go and when you can go. So verse 19 says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." Now let's look up the word amendment. Can I click on that? Yeah. Let's look at the word amendment. A minor change or addition designed to improve the text, piece, legislation. Something, okay, which is added to soil in order to improve its texture or fertility. Okay, similar revision, alteration, change, modification, qualification, adaptation. As scourges for amendment. Okay. So it says to alter, basically scourges to like snap, really Israel to snap them. So when the Most High sends a scourge, the Most High is basically letting you know I'm pissed off. You know, it's called righteous indignation. I'm pissed off, and if you don't change your ways, I'm just going to destroy you. So the Most High will send scourges as a warning. They're like warning shots. And this is why the scriptures refer to it as a woman in travail. Right? 1 Thessalonians 5:3, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as a woman upon travail with child, and they shall not escape." And if you look at Micah 4:10, it says, "Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and shalt dwell in the field. And thou shalt go even to Babylon. There thou shalt be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemies." And this is a bad verse right here. But it shows you that the reason why Jake was sent here to Babylon, aka America, was what? To suffer. We're brought here to suffer, not to make it. This is why you can't make it here in America. And if you do make it, you didn't really make it. You're just getting crumbs. But maybe compared to the other Jakes, you so-called have made it, but you really haven't. And because there's only a certain level you can get to, there's a glass ceiling. There's only a certain level you can get to. And they won't even let you join their ranks because the reason why Jake started their frats, their fraternities, Prince Hall Masons, and these different, what do you call the colleges, the black Greek colleges, is because Esau would not even let you in their own frats. Jake tried to join the Skull and Bones, but Esau said, "Nah, you can't join. You're a nigga." So they went and they started the Prince Hall Masons. And then they started the black Greek colleges. And it was all to try to be like Esau, right? So they allow you to join those because, you know, those are with your own people. And they'll give you little benefits, little perks, as long as you throw other Jakes off and, you know, you do rap videos, doing degenerate things, talking about drugs, shooting other Jakes. Or if you're a woman, you know, talking about my booty hole is brown and this and that. If you do that, they'll give you a little bit of crumbs, you know, but here it is, you think you made it, but you haven't. But in order just to get those little bit of crumbs, you had to do obnoxious things here in Babylon, because Babylon was not, the Most High did not send us to Babylon, here to Babylon, America, to live an easy life or to, make it easy. Everything here is against the grain, is against us, because we're brought here to suffer. It says, like a woman in travail, for now thou shalt go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and shall go even unto Babylon. So the Most High got us out of our homeland, which is where the small hats are today. The land of Israel, the Most High kicked us up out of there. And dwell in a field, meaning what? And being scattered in the world. We were scattered. And thou shalt go even to Babylon. And eventually, the majority of Jakes, the bulk of us, we ended up right here in Babylon. Okay? But at the same place here, the Most High is where the Most High is going to deliver us from the hand of our enemies. Okay? But my whole point is, the woman in travail, the Most High will send light scourges at first, and if you're not waking up, the scourges will be heavier and heavier, more serious, and close contractions. They'll get closer and closer, meaning there's no break in between. There's no break. It's just one thing after the next, just like we're experiencing here in America, one thing after the next. There's no break, no rest. And then the Most High ultimately just has to destroy you. Okay? And that's when the birth, when the after the contractions, when the thing is birthed, meaning whatever that, meaning in this case would be the nuclear missiles. Okay? The nuclear missiles is the baby that's going to be born out of all these contractions. It's going to be the nuclear missiles, and that's going to destroy everything. Destroy 2/3 of Jakes, destroy America totally. Okay? So it says, but for all these things they shall not turn away from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah, like for instance, the C-19. When that C-19 hit, people were praying, going to church. Oh God, they have family members in the hospital. We even we got a lot of views during that time. As always, when something hits the fan, we get a lot of views. People are tuning in. But then soon after, when the news says on Fox News or whatever, they say, look, it's good, everything is back to normal, then they forget they forget the scourges. Because our people are so gone and so wasted away that they don't realize that when there is a pestilence or earthquake or some type of tragedy, right? That's Amos 3 and 6. Shall even evil be done in the city, and the Lord hath not done it. They're so gone. Our people are so gone that they don't realize when the Most High is talking to them, or when the Most High is showing his displeasure, or when the Most High is getting ready to smoke you. They don't even realize it. They don't pick up on it. So it says they shall know nor be always mindful of the scourges. All right. So yeah, look at this. Children mercilessly killed by Hamas in Israel massacre as Gaza is pummeled. And yeah. Now this is the least of the flock shall draw them out. This is in Jeremiah. This could easily blow over, could be fanned into a huge fire, because this is the land of the small hats. When the small hats raise a flag, the whole world comes together, because they run the world. They run the world. So, this is Hegelian dialectics. This is Ordo ab Chao. This is bread and circus, of course. And we know they use these type of huge news to as a distraction for something that they're doing behind the scenes. So just be circumspect. Keep your eyes open. Like I said, it's going to be one cold ass winter, because there's a lot of things going on, and this is being used as a distraction. Because if you know that wars are engineered. Wars are engineered for some type of end purpose. All right. And yeah, look at this. See what else is going on. Trump talking about it. And like I said, because it's a small hats, it could easily fan into a huge fire. It could easily blow into a full-scale war, which it just might. It just might do that, you know, to lead into whatever's going to happen. Is because out of that, they can raise the gas. Out of that, they can. It could definitely affect. It will affect the economy. The economy is going to plummet. It's going to tank because of this. I mean, it's going to be a lot of shit. It's going to cause a lot of shit. All right. And you know, U.S. is going to send some money over there, so that's going to put America. It's going to raise the debt even more. All right, so let's see what else we got here. The true name of the Most High, yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Yeah, so you brothers know the scripture, right? In Jeremiah, the least of the flock shall draw them out. So the Most High is going to use the small hats to draw Babylon or America into a full-scale war. And this, of course, all leads to the MOTB at the end of the day. At the end of the day. Death hole continues to rise. So, yeah, you know, they're going to milk this story. 14 Americans killed in Israel, so others kidnapped. Yeah, so they're really building this up. So they're most likely going to go in there. Anyway, that was it, man. I just wanted to get on the horn, say a couple words. They're on my mind. I got a couple other topics that I'm going to do other videos on. But yeah, brothers and sisters, so hey, now's the time to pray. You know, there's been a lot of videos coming out about praying. Now's the time to pray. Pray to the Most High to keep you strong, to pray to the Most High to make you stronger, and to give you more faith, give you strength. And yeah, a lot of people are bugging out right now. I'm talking about Israelites. A lot of Israelites are bugging out right now. But when this thing hits the fan, and it can hit the fan tomorrow, like in a split second, shit can hit the fan. And you just got to be ready. Make sure you're ready. And when stuff hits the fan, you're going to have people from other camps. Because look, the other camps, they don't have the answers. They don't prophesy. They don't prophesy. They're not ready for Yahushua coming. Right, Joel, no, let's see, is it the one? Yeah, Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in mine holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. See, we've been sounding the alarm. I'm talking about at GMS. This is all we do. This is what we're known for prophesying. For prophesying. That's what we're known for. We've been talking about the nuclear destruction for shit. Forever. That's what we're known for. Prophesying the downfall of Babylon. Nuclear destruction, famines, droughts, race riots, economic turmoil. Because that's what's coming on the horizon. That's what's next. When you read Habakkuk, it says, I will stand upon a tower and see what he will answer unto me. We are the watchmen of Israel through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. We've been warning Israel. Hardcore. And there's plethora, encyclopedia of books. Now, check this out, right? Talk about being in the spirit and being on fire. So these videos we do, they're akin to publishing letters, right? This is 2024. You know, when we were in the Roman Empire, we didn't have laptops, PCs, we didn't have AI and all that stuff, so we had to write stuff out. But that was a version of publishing, right? So when you create a video, you're publishing a video, right? So all these videos that we're doing, I'm talking about GMS, You got the apostles, they do multiple videos a day, bishops doing videos, brothers all over the world doing videos. It said Yahweh Shai published so much that it cannot be contained in a book. It cannot be contained in a book. So Yahweh Shai was on fire. He was on fire. He was doing the work. That's all he did. That's what he lived for, to do the work. That's all he did was the work. And he was on fire all the time. And he wasn't a human body, so he felt emotion, but he still did the work. You know? His zeal for the work overpowered his emotion. There's no verse or scripture written about how Yahweh Shai just wasn't feeling like it that day because he was tired, so he didn't go out. There's no verse scripture that says that. None of the apostles have reported that in any of their writings. That one day Yahweh Shai was just in a bad mood. No, Yahweh Shai ate a bad lamb sandwich. You know what I'm saying? he had a bad lamb grinder, and he didn't feel like going out one day. There's no scripture like that. He was on fire all the time. Even on the evening of the Passover, when he was going to be crucified, he still went through it. So let's read this again. Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Again, sound an alarm is talking about these prophecies, prophesying. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. This is why we go on the highways and byways and we tell everybody, so that they can tremble. Not tremble at us, but tremble at the word of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Who the F are we? Who the F are we? You know what I'm saying? Shit, a lot of us are sick. You know? A lot of us are sick and we can't even do certain shit. So who the hell are we for someone to tremble at us? Come on now. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess. So a lot of these guys, I guess they never read the scripture. Because the way they act, they don't act like a day of gloominess and a day of darkness is coming. A day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. Have you ever? Yeah. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. That's talking about the day of the Lord is a day that missiles going to be shot. That's talking about the nuclear missiles. And there's going to be a lot of them. So many of them that's going to darken the sky. Just like in the ancient days. Now, when you watch, I believe it was the movie 300, when, was it Xerxes, I think? What was his name in the, I forgot what his name was in the movie. It might have been Xerxes. Yeah, Xerxes. And, or somebody said that when they shoot the arrows in the sky is going to be dark with all the amount of arrows that's going to be shot. Well, that's how it's going to be when the missiles get shot. And it's going to be like, I don't know if y'all ever woke up as, not sunset, what's the opposite of sunset? At sunrise over the mountains and looked at the mountains and you see the sun, or you see or even let's say when the sun set, and you see the darkness just going over the mountain and covering the mountains and all the scenery. The Lord said that, so you got to picture this in your mind. A day of darkness, verse 2, and gloominess, and day of clouds and thick darkness as the morning spread upon the mountains. So it's like when it's sunrise in the morning, the sun just spreads across the land. And I've seen that with my own eyes. Like, you go out to Vegas and you look out in the distance, you wake up 5 in the morning, you know, when the sun is rising, and you could see where it's dark and the sun is dark, and then the sun is passing over the mountains and they turn into light. It turns into morning. So that's how the missiles are going to come. That's a lot of missiles. A great people and a strong. There have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Not talking about an army, he's talking about not an army of people, but an army of nuclear missiles. Verse 3 proves it. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. And the land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Nothing. So there's no technology, no persons. It says nothing shall escape them. Whew. So anyway, we're down to say Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Kakodash. Shalom.